I woke up the next morning pretty early because I heard someone walking around the house. And so my curiosity got to me and I woke up and I went downstairs. I crept around the corner and I peered into the kitchen where I saw my grandfather at our kitchen counter with just one single light on above him and his Bible open in front of him, and his eyes were closed and his mouth was moving slowly. And I knew that he was praying, but I didn't really understand why or what specifically he was doing. And so I walked up to him and I asked what he was doing, and he picked me up in his arms and he told me that he was praying. And he showed me his Bible where he'd been scribbling around on the pages. And again, I didn't understand why he would be doing this at this ungodly hour when it's still dark out. But what I could sense was the delight that he had in it. And as I grew older and began to develop my own relationship with the Lord, when I thought of prayer and the beauty and the power of prayer, my mind would immediately go to this picture of my grandfather. And I've had some pretty significant encounters in my life with prayer. I've seen people set free from the demonic in prayer. I've seen miracles. I've witnessed healing. But still, when I think of prayer, those stories don't come to mind. It's this picture of my grandfather. I was so drawn to it for some reason. It moved me, but it also frustrated me because it stood in sharp contrast to my own understanding and my own experience of prayer. All of my life up until a few years ago, prayer remained something that you would do before a meal, something that you would do in a church context like this, or something that you would do because you really wanted something. I remember I played basketball growing up and I would watch on TV, they wore mouth guards. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. I want a mouth guard. But my parents were like, you don't really need it. It's like little kids basketball. You're not going to get smoked in the face. But I remember praying to God, like, Lord, I will do anything. I will do the dishes. I'll be nice to my mom. Just please let me get a mouth guard, right? That was my experience with prayer. It was this transactional thing, this thing that I had to work hard to do because, maybe I'd get something out of it. And then it felt maybe as I grew older like it was this religious obligatory thing that I should do because that's what Christians do. So prayer to me, and maybe for you at different points in your life, felt like a religious duty to trudge through. But for my grandpa, that morning time of prayer didn't seem like a duty to him. It became evident to me that it was something that he loved and longed to do. It was his delight to do it. Even when he wasn't in the context and the comfortability of his own home, when he was on the road, it was still his desire to wake up early and pray. And so watching my grandpa that morning, it planted this quiet, small seed in me that maybe prayer wasn't meant to be this religious burden that we had to carry, that we had to do, but maybe prayer was this place of joy, of intimacy, and of life.